Alright folks, welcome back to Ria Norkage here. Welcome back to the Let's Play of Final Fantasy IV, as well as a little Yu-Gi-Oh! Later. So, yeah, last time we left off, we saw, well, the Earth Crystal was taken, and now we have to go and get it back. But in order to get it back, you have to tame a black chocobo in order to get to this cave up here. Now, I will warn you ahead of time. This cave is very brutal, and I should probably go get Sid some better armor. So, give me a moment. His armor is actually pretty bad. So, I'm just going to get a normal chocobo, because this eliminates random encounters. Unfortunately, it's one way. So let's see. I think I need to go to Mysidia. Or where do you get Gaia Gears? In Kaipo? Can't land in Kaipo. Well, that's annoying. I guess that makes sense, though. Mysidia, maybe? No. Wonder if Agart is anything interesting. It's that little island to the south of Baron. Wish I could figure out where Mithril is, but I can't remember where it is. Maybe you can't visit until much later. I don't know. Speaking of which, where do you find Naming Way afterwards? Nope. Iron, huh? Anything interesting in your weapon shop that might be usable? I find it interesting how in the original, at this point, you can have Cecil wield a bow and arrow, but at this point, for whatever reason, they removed that.
Okay.
Yes?
Fleet.
I remember one of these inns having a secret in it. I don't know. For whatever reason, I can't remember where it is. Well, appears in order to get to Kaipo, I'm going to have to go the long and hard way. Which means I'm going to have to go to Mount Hobbs, go and get the hovercraft, and then take the hovercraft from Dam Cyan to Kaipo. That is one of the most roundabout ways just to get some halfway decent armor for Sid, because all he has is the prison garb, and that's not going to really do much for us. Yeah, in case you're all wondering, whenever you might stumble across this cast, I will be playing Pokemon again sometime later, but currently I'm not, because Violet is kind of like my own version, whereas Scarlet's the one where I'm going to tell a story. Well, you know something. Guess it's better than nothing. Alright. Yeah, I know. The armor and the weapons on my characters are kind of pathetic. So the only damage dealers are going. So Cecil is relatively useless in the upcoming fights. So I'm going to do things a bit differently with him. So I'm going to rearrange the party once I get a moment, to where Cecil's in the back row, and I'm going to have him as support. Mostly the dedicated healer, buffer, because he's not really going to be that useful otherwise. Well, let me go check Mysidia real quick, because I swear I'm not crazy. There is something that I can buy that's better than the standard issue clothing that we have currently. Basically, I'm trying to make it so we just don't get rocked by the random encounters. Because there is an enemy in there that there are a couple enemies in the cave we're about to go to that I'm actually kind of afraid of. He can't wear guide gear. Well, alright. At least we know that now. So essentially, Cecil just becomes a white mage. I should have just gone to the city in the first place. Whoa, what was I thinking? Alright. Now, the reason why I've been trying to look for Mithril is because that particular city, you need to find it because it creates something that's kind of... It gives you something that's a bit on the rare side, and why can't I land there? There's enough land. Come on! Can't have nice things, can we, folks? Come on, you can totally land there. Alright, have it your way. and instantly get an encounter. And it's a back attack. Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm going to kind of avoid the encounters for the time being, so I'm just going to flee. Okay, sure. Give me no encounters at all after that. I'll take it. Okay, to find you first. Let's go ahead and heal up. Then talk to you, and you'll heal all my MP. And now I need to find a black chocobo. Where is one? Oh, I forgot in this particular chocobo forest you can find some items. Well, there's the black chocobo, but I'll show you something interesting. Got those Gyashal greens. As soon as you use them, you summon a white chocobo. Oh, white chocobo. I mean a fat chocobo. What? Okay, I am apparently going crazy. So now you can view the bestiary. It's not too interesting. But you can see some of the monsters that you fought, including some bosses. I think the bosses are on the very bottom. Now, Fat Chocobo used to do something completely different. He was item storage because he could only carry so many items. But now he's just your bestiary viewer, and he's also the theater and the music tester later. It's not very useful. How am I going again? Alright, and then we go. The magnetic field in escape is unbelievable. Better remove all our metal armor and weapons if we want to survive and want to be able to move in here. My claws don't seem to be effective. And we have my magic as well. There's nothing to fear. Just means that Cecil can't really use his sword. At all. So basically what that does is it makes everyone just paralyzed if they have any of those items, meaning they cannot do a single thing. And fortunately, I hit all the checks. Okay, now these enemies I'm actually kind of scared of because they can insta-death you. Which is not fun. So effectively, the main character is all but kind of useless in this area. But they go somewhat easy on you because the enemies, while threatening, they're not as powerful as they normally would be. There is a dungeon later in the game that's just unfair, but you know, we'll get there when we get there. I think I might just swap rows anyway. I don't know why they leave a party slot open at this point. Even if someone just temporarily joined you would be interesting because later on the rulers of the Troya Castle become party members, but it's in the sequel of this game. Yes, this game does have a sequel. You can believe that. Okay, ogres are a terrifying enemy. If I recall correctly, they take little to no damage from magic. So you gotta brute force it against them. Which is very on the nose if you think about it. Okay, I'm thinking of a later enemy, I think. So, yeah, unfortunately Tella is stuck with 90 MP for pretty much the entire time you have him. Which is unfortunate, but lore-wise it makes sense because he's an old man. He doesn't have a whole lot left in him. But what ends up happening, basically, is that if you actually cheat in the game and get him to max level, it is possible for his MP to increase. I think it's around level 70 when his MP starts increasing again. But you're stuck with 90 for the longest time. So basically, it's impossible for you to get him to cast Meteor. So he learns it, but he has no way to really call upon it. But, yeah, if you do cheat, it is possible for you, oh boy, to actually cast Meteor with no repercussions. They did warn him and say that it might kill him, which, at his age, that's kind of valid because only, like, sorcerers of frightening power are capable of casting Meteor with no repercussions. Wait, do I not have any? Well, that's a problem. Oh, looks like I'm leaving again, folks. I don't have any Phoenix Downs, and that's a problem. Yeah, let's all celebrate while you're unconscious on the floor there. Oh well. At least the Janice were the others. Well, that's one way to wake someone up. You're unconscious, so use a tent. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. Yeah, due to Tella's limited MP, I really don't use a lot of higher class of magic because it's honestly a waste of time, waste of MP. I only end up using it in either dire situations or boss battles. Now, there's actually a lore reason why you can't use most items in this cave. It's because elves are notoriously weak against iron and steel weapons. That's actually the reason, and it makes sense. Alright, let me check something real quick. Okay, I need to keep those. Don't think I get any more augments for a while. Let me see. Oh, I do get a couple more. Okay. Good to know. Unnecessary critical is unnecessary. Coral Whisker. So that is a rarish item drop. Basically, you cast death on your opponent. Obviously, that doesn't work on bosses, but basically, it's a dice roll whether or not you can one-shot an enemy. So essentially, because Cecil can't really do a lot of combat, he's basically going to be my white mage. At least these guys know who the threat is. Trying to gain as many levels as I can. It'll make the game a lot easier in the long run. That and the fact that I won't have to stop and level grind, which is always a thing. I may end up start running from these guys because they actually take up quite a lot of time because they're just so bulky. At least they're not as bad as their upgraded versions. Their upgraded versions are actually kind of terrifying. They hit like trucks and they're immune well, they're not immune to magic, but they have maximum magic defense, so they might as well be immune to magic. Extra levels never hurts. Especially in JRPGs. Okay, one of these leads to a save point. Hey, I'll take some extra money, sure. And an extra other. Yeah, this is why I recommend you use low-level spells with Tellah, because basically you're going to run out of MP very quickly with him. Just be sure you're topped off whenever you can. This is my second least favorite dungeon in the game. If we get there, you'll see my least favorite. But that's not going to be for quite some time. Boom. Goes the dynamite. Alrighty. Have to get that one pixel. Huh, not bad. Okay, I will tell ya. Health drain items, weapons, whatever. Never use them on undead enemies. If you want to get destroyed, that's how you get destroyed. Convenient. One thing that I do like about this is they are kind of generous with healing places. I just call them that. Healing spots. Healing zones. There we go. There we go. Okay, if I remember, these guys are actually menaces. They're immune to one form of magic. I can't remember. Guess we'll find out. Lightning. Okay. Yeah, I like that they brought back that mechanic where you can just kind of switch items mid-battle. It's a mechanic that's been away from Final Fantasy for some time. It wasn't even in the original version of this game, I don't think. Potion? Spider soap. Nice. That will come in handy. Okay, these are the enemies I'm afraid of. Mind Flayers. These guys can one-shot you, and it's not very fun! And our classic old tabletop RPG enemy. I have a buddy who's big into D&D and he talks about them. Well, considering the fact that they're based on Cthulhu, I'm not the least bit surprised. Of course, it works the other way, because in a rare item drop, yes, this counts as an item. You can, okay. You can get basically, you can get a summon as an item from them. And you can just summon, Mind Flayers and potentially one-shot enemies. It's actually pretty funny. Ooh, almost 1,000 damage. I'll take it. I always love it when games just give you items for item equipment for the characters you're playing as. That's one thing that did bother me from FF7 was how they give you very early on a gun for Vincent, and it's impossible for you to even have him at that point. And the life of a dungeon crawler never gets any easier. Lilith. Or Succubus, rather. Fun! And I one-shot it. Alright then! Yeah, health draining. That is why bats are very annoying in this game. Whoop, wrong button. Again, I'm so used to Switch controllers now. Hey, I'll take it. Take you out because you're going to be a problem. How could you miss that one? $69. Nice. Well, if you had any second thoughts, now's the time. Error, damage not found. Grr, don't you ever hate it when you're missing that one pixel. Oh well. Don't have time to look for it. I mean, I can try to, at least. I'll have to look at the map again. See what I'm missing. Yeah, bats aren't worth it. Is there something I'm missing here? I really don't know. Alright. I don't have time to build a crit. You know what? I'm not going to question it. Let's just kick this guy's butt now. I applaud your perseverance. But the Earth Crystal is mine, and I will not surrender it. Your journey ends here. Do you truly think those pitiful weapons of yours are a match for my spells? Cecil, leave this one to us. You know, it's a little less threatening when you're just blepping the entire time. So yeah, in case you haven't noticed, this is not winnable. Because that did almost nothing. Can't even analyze the enemy. %7 accuracy, yeah. Your attacks almost do nothing to him, so as you can tell, this fight is actually not winnable. So I just gotta sit here and wait. Fools, behold the power in your face! $4,595 damage. If only I could wield my sword. They're in danger. Prince Edward, what's come over you? You're in no condition to be moving. I'll be fine. I only need to reach my heart. Ugh. Please, you must return to your bed. You've not regained the strength to cess exertion. No, I am the only one. The only one who can save them. Even though it's just the same song you always play. The sound of Edward's heart began to resonate from the whisperweed. Oh, that beautiful sound. It's Edward's harp. What is this torturous noise? No! No! Strike now, Cecil. He will not be able to maintain the strength of the magnetic field while I am playing. Take up your sword. You will be able to wield it now. Right. Okay, so that's the clue to go ahead and give them the best equipment that you have. Because now we mean business. God, how dare you! I will kill you all! So, yeah. Basically, we end up with a MacGuffin to make the fight go from unwinnable to actually winnable. Now, I do recommend you slow this guy down as soon as you're able to. Otherwise, this might be a bit difficult. He doesn't deal as much damage as he did before because, as I mentioned, the fight's not winnable. But holy weapons do a lot more damage to him. Wait a second. Should probably cast this to begin with. It seems this force will not suffice. And now the true battle begins. Which means I kinda wasted that, but oh well. I can still slow him down with Tella, but that's about it. That's one tip I have for you with this game. Every boss is susceptible to slow. Double crit, I'll take it. Weak to fire, huh? Well then. And now there. No! How did that cursed sound reach this place? With the crystal I was to have life eternal. Thank you, Edward. And just walk up and take this giant crystal, because that's apparently how that works. And walk all the way out of the cave. No, I'm not. I'm not about that. Thanks to this, what are random encounters? Wait a minute, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Yes, I am. Okay. I always forget which way to go in this place. Here it is. You did it, didn't you? Thanks to you, Edward. You needn't thank me. It was the only thing I could do. How did you know that song would break his spell? I learned that tune some years ago while traveling as a bard. It is a melody used to ward off evil fae. I thought perhaps it might serve to disrupt his concentration. We owe you our lives. Me? No, I only... Edward? Tella, Do I want to know more? Anna was happy to have been loved by a man as brave as you. Tella, all you need to concern yourself with now is your health. Rest and grow strong again. I will see the debt for Anna's death be repaid with Meteor, and I shall do it for the both of us, Edward. Thank you. You have more courage than you realize, Edward. I believe I understand now what Anna was trying to tell me. Cecil, take this with you. And please, save Rosa. So the Bard Song Lockman is not really too useful, but I am going to use it for a different purpose. First, let's talk with the Epops, because I think they have stuff for us. The Earth Crystal is returned. You truly managed to reclaim it. At last. I see you have the crystal. I know that voice. Kane. Exit the castle and board your airship. I will take you to the tower where Rosa is held. As I said before, I was getting ahead of myself. This time I'm not. And a regular treasure trove. Dry ether, those are nice to have. Elixirs are very nice to have. A great bow, I wonder what they're telling us. 5,000 gil. Light arrows. 50,000 gil, okay! Ice arrows. Echo herbs. Silver apple. Dry ether. Okay. So that silver apple actually serves a purpose. If I can figure out where it is. Be under. No, it's not. Yeah, increases max HP by 50. Very useful for certain characters. I'm just going to give it to him. Basically, I think there's a way to farm those later. And that's how you get max HP on these characters. But it's very time consuming and I'm not going to attempt to do that when the time comes. Guess this room serves our purpose. Okay then. Alright. Before we get too carried away, I'm going to head back into the main town for a moment. See if I can figure out where the pub is. It's probably in the inn. Unless it's by itself. But sometimes they do that. Sometimes the pub is by itself, sometimes it's somewhere else entirely. Or while it's in the inn. Alright, there's more to this. I know there is. Where do you get the membership card? I know there's a way to do this. Ah, there it is. 100,000 gil. Nope. by a few of these, though. Alright. Well, it looks like I won't be able to do that, then. So, in that case... want to use a couple augments on Tella. We'll need it later. According to a little guide here, it tells me that I should do that because it's going to come in handy a lot later. Okay, how are we? Go ahead and save. As soon as we get into the airship. Where is the Earth Crystal? Right here. And Rosa? She is at the Tower Zot. Follow our ship. We will lead you there. So, fun fact. Once you learn about the Tower of Zot, it is impossible to leave. You can leave, but you're stuck in the Troya continent. You have fulfilled your end of the bargain, and for that, I am most grateful. Show yourself! I understand your desire to hasten our meeting, but first, there is a matter of your reward. Reward? Your dear Rosa awaits with me on this tower's highest floor. Should you succeed in reaching us, I will exchange her for the crystal as promised. There was nothing said of this before. Nonetheless, you would do well to hurry. I cannot guarantee her life should you choose to do otherwise. We will be waiting. And before you ask, no, this is still not my least favorite dungeon. It's annoying, but it's not the worst. Centaurs! Everyone else find it funny how you have to analyze the entrance circle. It's like, shouldn't that be there to begin with? flame mail. Oh yeah, that's right. We started actually getting some decent armor now. As that name suggests, I believe it makes you completely immune to fire damage, so you absorb it. And you want to take out the Marionetter quickly, because taking out the puppets does nothing. Because it will just summon more. Of course, that is a good way to grind experience, because then you have infinitely respawning enemies. But, infinitely respawning enemies are always irritating. A rune ornament. Not bad. I think that's a rare drop, actually. So yeah, the Tower of Zot, it is, so you cannot come back to this place. Nor can you just leave it. Freezing Beast. So where's my Flame Beast so I can equip them to each other? What, wrong series? I paid for that. There had to be a back attack, didn't there? That is not good. Of course, the person that's unconscious that can actually heal the party is out, down and out. Great. Well, that sucks. To the surface. Again, this effectively does nothing. Basically, you're stuck here for this part of the game. And because that situation was not good, I need to go heal. Attack. Puh. Come on. Game doesn't have to be that rude. Well, I should probably save then, because that was a tragedy and a half. What are these guys weak to again? Are they weak to fire? Can't remember. Yes, they are weak to fire. Oh, and what is this? Nonsense. Well, they're flan enemies. They have weaknesses. Sometimes it's obvious. I've heard. I saw your message on Discord, yeah. Well, I have to go a step higher with Sphera. Well, I'm sure that it would be. An ice lizard. Gee, I wonder what its weakness is. Well, that's interesting. I never really use these otherwise, so might as well. Booby trap chest, yawn. That's the oldest trick in the book. Jeez, this enemy's tough. Thick. Very thick. Finally. Jeez. That'll come in handy. Oh yeah, for those that are fans of Final Fantasy X, there is actually a reference here. Is it really a reference though? guess you could. I guess you could call it an origin instead of a reference. But you'll see what I mean. Also, in this game, you get to see a very neat origin. Ooh, that's not good. Ow. Oh, now you learn that spell. Ah. She is off herself. Where counterattacking works against you. Nice. It's the Black Knight! Like they do with a lot of things, unfortunately. Yeah, Bethesda doesn't really have the best track record, unfortunately. Surprise! It's a shame. Shouldn't be that way. Sadly, it's Bethesda being Bethesda. I still enjoy the mod that lets you drag people. Ah, come on. Well, alright. So I'm just glad to trek through here with the sage passed out. this isn't that bad. Oh, thanks. I think this is the way to the healing room. Or, nope, that's where I'm supposed to go? Question mark? Yeah. Most of the games with across its mobile variants are just maybe a few graphical touch-ups here and there. Sometimes that's all you need to do, though. I think this is the healing room, so I can get my mage back up. No? Okay. One of these... Nah. I'm not gonna fight anymore. Oh yeah, that's right. They make this confusing here. I don't want to leave this place like immediately. I just need to find some place to heal. Preemptive attack. Sure, I'll take them off. Take them on. Nope. I'm not fighting these guys. It's not worth it. Not bad at all. Flame shield? Well, that's not going to help me very much. Especially if I annoy the wrong person. Well, I found a flame shield axe, but I don't think it's going to do anything against these gatekeepers. Finally! Jeez. No, I didn't mean that, darn it. It was the wrong thing. Okay, here is where I believe the reference is. Yep. Yep, this is where the Magus sisters originated from. Now, if I recall correctly, these guys are a rare summon in in 10. Casting shell because we're about to eat it. Unfortunately, by using Reflect, that greatly backfires. Ow. Or use their own strategy against them. Okay, that takes care of the annoying one. Take her out first because she'll revive the other two indefinitely. Excellent. Now this should be easy. So yes, the Magus sisters. This is where they originate. Well, that was surprisingly easy. I normally have a hard time with the Magus sisters. Remove everything from Tella beforehand, because unfortunately this is where Tella, well, I'll let it play out for you. Impressive. Most impressive. Golbez. Where is Rosa? The crystal first. Rosa is safe, never more so. Now hand over the crystal. As promised. Relinquish the Earth Crystal. Release Rosa. Rosa? Whoever would that be? What? He's been playing us for fools all along! Your words are as twisted as your soul. I have no business with you, old man. Oh, but I have some with you. The business of the father of a murdered daughter. Feeble old man. What can you hope to do to me? Meteor's time has come at last. No, Tella, you mustn't. You'll be the one it destroys! So be it. Let my life fuel the spell that ends his. Impossible! How could you know Meteor? Tella! Regardless, the Earth Crystal is mine. Come, King. So the old man's interference severed my hold over you. No matter, your purpose is served. Do not think this affront will be forgiven. You'll not escape this time, Golbez. You try my patience?
Why? Why now stay your hand?
You, but how? We will finish this another time.
Cecil! You alright?
Yes, I'm fine. But Tella...
Thinking I could best him. You shouldn't talk. I brought this on myself, letting hate consume me so. Please, avenge Anna.
Tella!
No!
Come on! Open your eyes, you old fool! Oh, Tella,
No, it wasn't.
rest then with that daughter of yours.
Only this 3D remake has
I will
voice
avenge
acting.
your death and Anna's. I swear it.
Okay, so the reason why I did that for Tella is because I wanted this augment. This augment is busted. Basically, this halves the casting time of any spell. Kane! Kane! Cecil. Forgive me. What have I done? Golbez held sway over your mind. None of this was your doing. But I was conscious of everything. Rosa, Rosa! Where is she? Above, quickly. We've no time! Cecil! Rosa, I knew you'd come for me. I realized the moment you left my side. Rosa, Oh, Cecil. Now kiss! Goodness gracious, things are certainly heating up in here. Kane? He is himself again. Forgive me, Rosa. Not all of what I did was because of Golbez's spell. I just wanted to keep you by my side. Kane. Why don't you join us in our fight, Kane? Rosa, Cecil, please accept my apologies. Hey, we don't have time for this right now. We need to get out of here. Kane, let's go. Cecil. You'll help us fight Golbez, won't you? We could use your help more than ever. Certainly. Thank you, Cecil. And you, Rosa. Alright, now that we're back in business. Alright. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, he actually comes with some halfway decent equipment. Alright. Now then. Let's use a couple of these augments. to use that on her because that's going to be very useful. Use this on him, which is kind of funny if you think about it. No, it actually wasn't. This has some voice cutscenes in this remake. It seems I underestimated you. I'd not have thought you'd strong enough to wound Lord Golbez. Barbaricia, one of Golbez's elemental archfiends. King, so you've betrayed us, and with all that strength too. Such a waste. I betrayed no one, Barbaricia. I have returned to my senses. And you've grown arrogant as well, I see. I should have killed you and Rosa both when I first had the chance. But that old wizard of yours is gone now, and Meteor with him. Allow me to amend my past mistakes. I welcome you to try. You're not the only one who can ride the wind, Barbaricia. Yeah, dual cast is very broken, especially on a white mage. Crud, and the time when I don't have Phoenix Downs. Well, I'm probably going to lose this one. Unfortunately, you can't buy Phoenix Downs for a while. It's very irritating. But I might be boned here. Yep, I'm boned. That went swimmingly. Please kill me at your earliest convenience. I know you don't need to keep telling me. Just let her kill me already. Thank you. Yeah. I can assure you that wasn't supposed to happen. So now I gotta go through all this again. How so? Uh-huh. I forgot to rearrange the party. Oh well, this will suffice. She doesn't have haste yet. Oh well. Well, that's rude. Great. Fantastic. Well, that's unfortunate. True. I actually did train up illusion. It was actually useful, but at one point I kind of went against it because once I got the bow of shadows, there really was no point. Ah! My healer's out. Well, I might lose this one again. Or not. That was harder than it needed to be. And that is why you can't return to this tower, because it gets destroyed. Barbaricia was the one that was protecting it. You should be safe enough here, now that the imposter's gone. I didn't see anything. Cecil, there's something you must know. What would that be? It's about the remaining crystals. Cain, we've lost the Earth Crystal. Golbez holds all of them now. No, he holds 4. You mean to say there are more? Come to think of it, I've heard tales of others. You speak of the Dark Crystals. I do. The 4 of this world are crystals of light, and for every light there is a shadow cast. Then the Dark Crystals are real? Quite. Golbez holds but half of the crystals. But even if the tales are true, how would we be able to find them? No doubt we would not, but Golbez already has. And we must reach him before he does. Where are they hidden? Where their name implies, the deep dark bowels of the underworld. The underworld? How are we supposed to get there? Start digging? Please, there is more. He said when all of the crystals were gathered, the way to the moon would be opened. The way to the moon? I understand it no more than you, but he said that this was the key. A stone. There is a place where it must be offered, and doing so will open the path to the underworld. A place? But where? That much I do not know. What's to worry about? We got the Enterprise! We can fly circles around the world in the blink of an eye! Sid, the Enterprise is still at the Tower of Zot. Heh, thinking old Sid's got senile on you, eh? I told you, didn't I? The Enterprise is strides beyond those other ships. I've already flown her back to Baron by remote control. Then I believe our course of action is decided. I don't know what we'd do without you, Sid. Me neither. Guess we'll leave in the morning then. No better way to start searching for an entrance to the underworld than with a sound night's sleep. But I wonder, what made Golbez falter? Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. We should get some rest. Okay, so I need to reevaluate the situation here. We're going to need these. Yeah, but being able to just have permanent invisibility actually makes it a little trivial after that. I only use illusion for muffle once I get blur shadows. Okay, because of that crushing defeat, let's go ahead and save. I'm going to probably have to grind off screen at some point because that worries me for a boss fight a bit later on. Well, not too later on, actually. Really? It was here the whole time? I was trying to find this land forever, and I finally found it. Darn it all. I finally found the place I was looking for, and it's Mithril. That makes me mad. Ah, well. You live and you learn, I guess. Huh. So where do you buy Phoenix Downs? I think this is the final dance. We're the Mithril Brothers. Are you ready for this? I can safely say I wasn't. Well, that was a thing that happened. Let's not talk about it anymore. So yeah, that was the town I was looking for, and as its name suggests, well, I wonder what their #1 export is. I don't know. I have no idea. I wonder if I can go here yet. Yes I can. Oddly enough, this place seems none the worse for wear. Well, kind of. Well, that explains how you got it. So, yes, this is the village that we kinda destroyed in the beginning of the game. Huh, I wonder who he's talking about. So, you're lucky you got your quest when you did, because they went up $100. Alright, so, I'm going to go ahead and save here. I think this is where we're going to end off this segment, because they don't really tell you where you need to go. So one thing I will point out is there's this really big well here. So basically that's the vague tip you get. Basically, how many times have I said that this stream? Anyway.